This is the reason why I said the year 2000 is not going to be the end. About a week or two before the year 2000. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem, Al-Shai Bashem, Rakakodah, Shalawam to the 144,000 the rest of you elect out there. Shalawam to you all. So I'm watching this video. This is a live GMS Dallas camp, dated today, January 31st, 2025. Hopeful year of deliverance and the destruction of Esau. And Apostle Ramlab and Apostle Gabar and Apostle Rakar and Apostle Ramlab are out there. So they're in the camp. So I'm listening, and they started talking about when I told Malak, the brother Malak, the helper, that tell them brothers that I wasn't up there. I forget why I wasn't up there. And they were looking forward to the year 2000. The ships are going to come. I told them the ships ain't going to come. This destruction ain't going to come. And this is the reason why I said that, is because I said, wait a minute. The chip didn't come. So I knew about the chip way back before 2000. I said, well, how can the Lord come when the chip didn't come? We didn't fulfill that prophecy. That prophecy has to be fulfilled. And just so you know, I said this before, previous videos, I pulled this one out back in the early 90s, 92 maybe 90. I pulled High Priest Ariah because I knew about the chip before I even came into the truth, to the school. And I asked Ariah, the mark of the beast in Revelation 13 and 16, is that the mark? Is that a actual chip? I don't know if I said chip. I said it's actual physical device that's going to be physically put in your hands. I didn't say chip because they wasn't using the word chip at that time. And he said, yeah. He said, but it's not going to happen because they're not going to have time to do it. So it kind of, and I left it at that, you know. But I've been, for you guys that said I'm watching Alex Jones, and no, I knew about the chip since the 70s. I was always into that. Look, as a young man, as a teenager, the movie, The Late Great Planet Earth came out. Me and this guy that we were both in the scriptures. We was out of high school. Or we just graduated, or whatever the case may be. But we were 17, 18, I think, at that time. And we said we got to see this movie because we was always in the scriptures. So, you know, I was always a prophetic type of guy. I was always, you know, drawn to the prophecies. But this is the reason why I told Malak, the helper brother Malak, to let them know in Connecticut that you know, that the Lord ain't coming. And I didn't tell them why the Lord ain't coming, but this is the reason why I said there was no microchip. So I want you to listen.
It's centered around
Israel,
the northern kingdom and Levi.
Yeah. But we've been saying that for the longest time.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Them niggas need to be fucking deported. If y'all really want me to be honest, I'm with it. I'm with Trump. Get them motherfuckers out of here. Fuck them.
A lot of them coming over here to be judged.
To be judged.
Yep.
Right? But anyways, what I'm saying, we've been, oh my God. Wow. For us, man, myself, the apostles, we've been talking about this shit for 30 years. Over 30.
Bishops.
It's the bishops.
Yeah. It's
coming to fruition. So we're actually seeing the Lord really
working.
We thought this was going to happen in 2000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Man, y'all didn't even know, man. We was club was going to do something, but then, of course, where would you brothers be?
Right.
Where would y'all be?
It would be preached to the full income.
But you know what, man? To water Yahweh by Shimei Yahushua. Yes. We were hurt, but that's what we just had to deal with it, brother.
Yeah.
Remember that night at the school, 2000?
Yep.
When we was at that, explain to them.
About a week before that. Spirit sent, Pastor Tahar sent Malak to the school.
God, the Elder Malak.
And he's the one that told us that, you know, the end ain't coming in the year 2000.
We didn't want to hear that shit, bro.
The apostle said that.
Well, he sent the brother Malak down to
tell y'all?
Yeah.
What did he say?
I forgot. He said, yeah, brother, you know.
I'll talk to the apostle. But that was like Tahar.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, we was
He said,
Apostle knew it wasn't coming.
yeah. Because there was too much still that had to be done. I mean, it was a hopeful, you know, we wanted the end to come, but really, when you look at it scripturally, the Lord's not a man that he should lie.
Right.
You know, the MOTB, a matter of fact, the whole system of the internet really wasn't fully.
There was no internet,
You know?
man. There was no internet.
Getting
It was just getting started.
needed to be
Yeah.
for the word to spread.
Exactly.
We had a website.
Yeah. So it was just start at the beginning stages.
Yeah, we had the website.
Yep.
We had the website and shit. And that website on 9/11, that shit crashed.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep.
That shit crashed.
There was so many people on there
Oh, people were
asking questions. Yeah. At that point. Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
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 I think it was like a.
Yeah, that website that we had, it was over 1,000 people in it crashed. And that proved that, showed you that how many people were watching us around the country. Because we were going back and forth with Nate and them on their website. And there were certain people out of California, different states, that was watching the website, you know? So we were cutting them like we normally do. And that's what that's all about, you know?
1,000
It's
hits.
going to
There.
happen
Yeah.
again. It's going to happen in these
Yep.
times.
Oh yeah, we didn't know how many people was watching the site, but 9/11, there was over 1,000 people, and the computer crashed because they wanted to find out what was. They got nervous. They wanted to find out what was these towers all about because they thought it was the end of the world.
Before the Edomite gets us off the street, which is going to technically the Lord,
Yeah.
the famine of the word, before that, there's going to be a lot of people coming to these camps with gifts. And I've been listening to dudes from other camps that, you know, kind of watching and it's scared to say something, window shop, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them going to be coming to the camp and coming because ultimately they're going to see that their leadership was a goddamn bunch of bozos, man. And the
Yeah.
Lord going to turn that.
Yeah, good point. The elder said, made. When they actually make the breaking news that everybody got to get this, at first, it's not going to be mandatory. Then it's going to be mandatory. Then it's going to be a worldwide thing. And that's when these camps that their leaders, these different Israelite groups that their leaders been teaching otherwise, they're going to either leave or question them. It's going to be a major shakeup. Okay, we stuck to our guns, so to speak, concerning the mark of the beast.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hey, that hell, hey, the fire, hey, what a fire if it be not already sent?
Right.
Hey, that fire is already sent to earth.
Yeah.
It's not by nukes, but that spiritual heat is going to turn it on.
The fan,
They gonna start
fanners.
feeling it.
Yeah, can we get that great rap?
The fanners.
Yep.
The fanners.
Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right, the elect, right? And ultimately, the angels in the heavens, all right, the Lord allows them to, they have guide over the souls of the elect, particular angels, okay? And ultimately, we have the new song and we're singing it, okay? And the elect are rejoicing in these times, man.
Yeah.
Because we see everything that was foretold come to pass. That's a form of spiritual power. To be able to see it and actually take joy in it, that's a form of spiritual power that we receive through the comfort of the Holy Spirit. So at the very end, the enemy will be operating in a very, very diabolical manner. And we're seeing it every day since January started, even Christmas Eve. From Christmas Eve till now, every week is something. Every day.
Just hit the mall today in Philly.
A plane just hit the mall.
Damn. Trash.
Man.
Just hit the mall, yeah.
And then y'all saw it, boy. I did videos on it.
Yeah.
The Black Hawk,
Yeah.
Black Hawk down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was probably like
American Airlines, that's why I don't like to fly.
There was another plane crash earlier today in Philadelphia, at this market in Philadelphia. So we know, I ain't gonna say no more. We know what's up.
right.
But that shit was all set up,
Right.
bro.
There's probably a bomb on there.
There's
Probably
no
some-
way in the, well, Elder, your call said There was somebody on that American Airlines flight they wanted dead.
They wanted them out of there.
And that could have been a drone, but they ain't mentioning nothing, brother. I stay on top of everything. Like, what about them soldiers in the Black Hawk?
Right.
They're not mentioning them.
What's
Well,
their
they're
name?
saying now that what just came out before that crash was that they can pilot Black Hawk helicopters.
Remote.
Yeah.
So they sent that Black Hawk to smash that. They called it. Elder can call over there. He's over there probably the other camp.
Allegedly.
There's some people on that plane that they wanted dead.
Right, and then the agenda. Yep, and if you look at the agenda Trump is trying to administer through that, it's AI, setting up AI systems to govern and operate the airplane and navigate. That's what he's talking about. All right, basically these incompetent, low-hanging fruit got these jobs. That's what he's basically saying. Because he immediately tied the person on the plane to a nigga. He didn't vet it out. He just this is one of those DEI low-hanging fruit niggas.
The pilot?
Trump is a DEI. He can't run no country. He gonna cause World War III. Everybody's hating him. He's making the whole planet. The leaders of the different nations, they're mad at him, man. 25% a tariff on Canadian goods, 25% tariff on Mexican goods, 25% or more tariff on Chinese goods.
Huh?
The pilot on the plane.
Well, that's what Trump. He just threw that out there because basically they're basically on some shit like low-hanging fruit in position through the left hand. Because what did the Biden administration do? They included freaks, weirdos, disabled people in positions that they shouldn't be in. So Trump is saying basically this is ruining our. We need the highest functioning.
But he's right.
Right, but he's right. Right.
Big Shirley,
Right.
Keisha, Pookie, Ray Ray. Look. So
Right, they shouldn't be at the forefront of any business.
I did a video. Listen, drop school buses. But you know what? I actually agree with this devil's policy.
Yeah, that's a
I really do. I agree with his shit.
Right, but see the aim he's coming with is Jake.
But we included in that.
See, Jake has been included in that woke shit.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying?
Us too. Even though we have nothing to do with that woke, liberal shit.
Right.
I did videos on this. This is all I've been talking about. Them executive orders that he's been signing, there were 200, but I know there's more than that. But brother, we know this. The apostle said, we've been saying this back in the night. They're gonna make us into terrorists.
Yes.
Yeah.
You dig? And they're gonna roll on everybody.
That's the notion.
That's why this motherfucker is Nero.
That's him.
Oh yeah.
He gonna burn Rome and say the Jews to depart from Rome.
Yep.
He may be Andrew Jackson too.
Oh, I believe that's him. I believe that's him,
He
brother.
had something to do with coming against the
Trail of Tears.
cutting taxes. He did something with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, he got rid of the central bank,
Yeah, there you go.
the second central bank.
Yeah.
He said, "You are a den of vipers, and by God, I will rout."
No, he's not. He's not Andrew Jackson because this guy's working for the bankers. He's a puppet. Trump is nothing but controlled opposition. Even Alex Jones, he thinks that Trump is good. Come on, Alex. Trump is controlled opposition. They gave him a script. He's a good boy.
You out.
He was, but really, he working with the bankers.
Oh yeah.
Because if he wasn't have got the election.
Yep.
He wouldn't have got that. They want him in there.
So that might, because he hated the Northern Kingdom. It was called the Indian killer.
Yeah, that's the bastard that
This could be Trump. That could be the same spirit.
brother, that's the same dude.
Yeah.
And the Trail of Tears, I had relatives on the back. Well, I say relatives, ancestors.
Right.
Well, relatives, my people. Tayoshke, Wayate. My relatives are on the Trail of Tears. So Northern Kingdom and you know, he got it. But I'm gonna say this, what the poor, unfortunate Southern Kingdom don't realize, did y'all catch that? We did the video at the camp house the other night. He did another, and Trump, he did a speech. He said these niggas like Pookie, Ray Ray, Keisha, he gonna get them too.
Oh yeah.
He said, you niggas, you all these convicted felons and you criminal niggas, I'm going to deport y'all too.
He's setting up a system to where he can deport him, setting up a system where he make a deal where it's going to be camps set up to cart people off.
Yeah.
Right, based upon, and treason is coming. They're going to say those who are committing treason and speaking against their enterprise, period.
Same thing as the Roman Empire. Like the Apostle John was on the island of Patmos for sedition. You know?
You
know, so it's the same deal.
The apostles were put to death, and John, the apostles, put on the Isle of Patmos, sentenced to life because they were guilty of sedition. Somebody look up the word sedition. You should know the word.
Yep, Antipas. He was martyred.
Yep, he was martyred. Yep.
Yeah, Pop Swab used to say that too. He said we need to persecute people who speak against.
Yes. We need to be in a society. That's why they want to catch up with China. People hear that, oh yeah, we got to catch up with China. Well, have you ever looked at the environment of China, you dummy? you are surveilled.
Oh yeah.
And you ain't speaking, ain't no GMS China.
Right.
You ain't in China talking about fuck the government, the New World Order. You would get disappeared.
Oh yeah.
Niggas can't see past orange chicken.
Well, remember that black woman that went over to Dubai and started acting up? See, they don't understand this is an American. All this freedom, freedom to be a demon, that was set up. But now Esau's starting to close it up.
Yeah, he's getting ready to shut it down and basically
closing up shop.
He's coming as an emperor. He's setting up a republic. A republic establishes order. A democracy it plays on the emotions of the people. It's by the rule of what the people want. So laws are passed on the interest of the majority of the people, and they made you to think that the LGBT was the majority.
Right.
And that we need to make agendas based upon
weirdo.
And it really, it's a snare.
Yeah.
They are a real small percentage of the population.
Yeah. But the thing is, once they pass certain legislation, it's going to affect everybody else. And that's what Esau does with a broad stroke. Like that whole civil rights movement, they use Jake in the forefront, get their ass kicked, but now everybody else benefits from it.
Yeah, well, Lucifer King was the Apostle Tahar said this years ago. You can thank Martin Lucifer King for that. So fuck him.
Well, he told you before he died, I've led my people to a burning house.
Yeah.
And see, this is where Jake is headed to now, being tied up in Black Lives Matter, being tied up in all of these woke agendas. Because who they've included your race to the alphabet agenda is now tied to black people.
Alphabet.
It goes
hand in hand.
People,
oh yeah.
ubiquitous community.
No, but these niggas embrace it. And you could thank Big Shirley, you could thank Keisha, you could thank but it all goes like Apostle Tahar said, it goes back to Esau. It all goes back to Esau.
Right?
Oh yeah.
He's the problem. And Esau is going back to that vanity. He's tired of the woke shit, pity pat with Jake, having to sit there and watch you march and cry about your. He's tired of it.
They're tired. These white people are tired.
They're worn out. They're broke. They're stressed out
these
because
niggas
America's
get
falling.
food stamps,
right?
And they getting Section 8. These black women, just acting crazy, right?
They're tired of that.
The cops, they get rolled up by the cops, and they act. I watch the videos on YouTube every day. I do videos on it, right? So it's like the Frankenstein monster. You brothers are familiar with Frankenstein? Dr. Frankenstein was sick in the head. He actually went to the graveyards and actually pulled up
dead bodies
and sewed different body parts together and used the electricity to reanimate a corpse. And in every Frankenstein movie that you watch, I've been watching these movies since I was a little kid. In every Frankenstein movie, the monster, the Frankenstein monster, always turns on Dr. Frankenstein. So that's where we at right now. So you see these niggas, right? They're nothing but Frankenstein monsters. That's all they are. They get pulled over by the cops. Especially Big Shirley.
Right.
These overweight, fat black women, and then they're the ones create these little pookies and ray-rays with the dreadlocks, going crazy, shooting each other, killing, right?
And Trump is basically sitting slugging.
No. Trump, what these niggas don't get, they talking about the immigrants, right? They don't know that they are part of them.
They are part of that. Yeah, basically Esau is saying, what's draining our economy? So that's why he froze. A lot of people was bugging out, oh, the food stamps is done away with. No, he froze all everything going out to say, where is this money going?
Right.
So, and they found out, damn, we're sending $50 million to Afghanistan for condoms, for population control. He's the devil, man.
He's the devil.
Condoms. Well, why are you in the Middle East?
They're condoms to Gaza. Population control. That's all that is. That's the dragon. We're going to feed us for 350 years. Let me give you the preset real quick. Revelation 12 and 14, I believe it is. Go to the King James. Here we go. And the woman, Israel, were carrying 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into a place of miracle, where she is nourished for a time, times, and half a time from the face of the serpent. So the serpent is not going to feed us no more. That's what that simply means.
East, or so-called Middle East, or in the East, promoting why do you got to put 50? That could go into our pockets. On some level, the very citizens, the working class, could benefit from this money. So Trump said, you know what? Stop all of this shit going on. Let's see where it's going. And we're cutting these particular things. And eventually, who do they always point the finger at when it comes to who's draining the system? It's the people under the tribes. Although he's sending trillions of dollars to Ukraine and Israel. That's not welfare. Because when it comes to your mind, who's a welfare baby, it's always Jake. Although there's a lot more Edomites on welfare than Jake when you really go into it. But the true welfare baby is those small hats.
Oh yeah.
That's who you send billions in aid to these people. Sometime in months they'll send billions. All this money just pops up out of nowhere when it comes time to help them destroy, plunder, and rape, rob, and murder, man.
Yeah, this devil. You know, you're gonna start getting on the white man's ass. But you know.
He ain't right.
You fucking man. That's why the Apostle Tahar said everything goes back to this cracker.
And it's really these people. See, really.
Yeah, Apostle Tahar, I'm imitating you, brother.
Hey, you ever
he's watching.
We're not really talking about the regular so-called white people. It's these people. It's these people, man. This is who ultimately. What happened?
Whose camera is this? Okay, come. Something's going on here.
I might need a battery too. I got the battery. But this is who we talking to right here.
I keep an eye on these
These are the people who have
where you at,
control.
I don't have.
All right, in the earth, the ones who can control the quality of the air.
Yeah, the devil on the top is David D. Rothschild. He's an insignificant guy. Caesar Borgia was an insignificant guy. He wasn't a real guy. He's an insignificant guy.
Who could control the quality of the water. Okay, and
he's doing Subaru commercials.
They have used the earth, they have hoarded all of the earth resources to themselves, and they've absolutely destroyed you. Okay? It's these people. And now they want to take it even further by saying you got to have a chip in you in order to function on the earth. That's what these guys.
I got something for you.
Yep.
This is Ecclesiasticus. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his offices. And when of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. And you can read that one too after finish this. An unwise king destroyeth his people.
Right, you're unwise, you poison. Damn, you need the people to work for you. You're going to poison them? Wouldn't you want the people who work for you and who, to be healthy? He destroys his own slaves.
Yeah.
They want to keep that the hospital industry going. You got to keep them sick. Got to give them McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, all that. what do you call it? The chemtrails, the dust, this dust that's been popping up around the country. They got to keep the medical industry going. They got to keep you sick. So it's a vicious cycle of you getting sick, you're getting well, going back to work, you're working for them, then you get sick again. It's a vicious cycle.
Like, damn, you got them in captivity. Now you feeding them fake food and toxins. And so an unwise judge, even when he's teaching people in everyday school system, it works against them.
Defiled food, we eat defiled bread among the Gentiles. Defiled meaning polluted. That's why we can't. You got to keep that hospital industry going. Remember, a hospital is the best business that you can get into, because guess what? The hospital never closes. It's open 365 days a year. They don't close on Christmas. They don't close on Thanksgiving, so-called. They don't close on New Year's. That motherfucker stay open. And those days, Thanksgiving, that's when a lot of motherfuckers go in the hospital because they overeat, they get drunk, fights happen, niggas stab each other up. New Year's, niggas go to the hospital. And Esau too. Christmas, the morgues make a lot of money because Christmas, that's when you most depressed. People ain't called you, ain't getting with you, you feel like a failure. I'm a big fat failure, and somebody said that years ago. But that's what they that's what they do, So on them days, that's when the big bucks start rolling in, man. The mortuaries, the morgues, that's money. They like it when people come in dead. They're gonna make money off of that. When you come into this world, cursed shall you be, Deuteronomy 28, cursed shall you be when you come in this world, because you come in as an Israelite, so you already cursed, and cursed shall you be, when you go back into the spiritual realm. Cursed shall be thy basket in thy store. And it tells you about the diseases. We're going to get the same diseases as Egypt, but we're going to get diseases that are not even written in the book. The C. ragamuffin, AIDS, HIV, all these different bird flu, all these different H1N1, H9N1, all these different fucking diseases, man. Hey, those are the curses.
Yeah.
He teaches pseudoscience.
This devil.
So from a child up, you're at a disadvantage as a human being, period. Being born in a system of white supremacy.
Yep.
Yeah.
It says, an unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right.
And that's why it says, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right.
So it's just like, if you...
So who's bearing rule? The wicked. Biden, the wicked. If Kamala would have got in there, she's working for the wicked. Trump is the wicked. He's gonna cause the whole world to want to fucking shoot missiles on America, man. They're all gonna what is it? Not Deuteronomy. Obadiah. They're gonna look at you sideways. It speaks about the nations hating you. Isaiah chapter 14. Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that turned the world into a wilderness?
You being honest with yourself, and you really ask the question, is the state of the people of the world rejoicing, or are they mourning? And if you say that they're rejoicing, you bug the fuck out.
This is not living.
Nah.
We're living in an environment of complete death.
Look at them devils.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that. It goes into how the earth is being managed. You see, they got people going back and forth about Democrat, Republic. At the end of the day, the people who really you should have an eye on are these people, the bankers.
Yeah.
Watch what they're doing. Jake ain't watching the World Economic Forum. That's what you need to be listening to, because that's where the world is going.
Yeah. Because the world is run by the corporations.
Right.
That's why it says that America, there's no more countries.
Right.
Everything is a corporation, and that's why the big businesses are really what's running the government, because they're funding the people in the government to pass legislation that will benefit them.
Like these
see?
lobbyists, these presidents are put in office technically by these lobbyists.
Yeah.
The ones who have the most money in the.
They're messenger boys. That's all. Messenger boys and messenger girls to the big corporations. That's when you have government and corporations come together as one. That's fascism right there. That's fascism, the fasci. Government, in case y'all don't know, the word government, break the word down, it means mind control.
Majority of the lobbyists are pro-Israel. It's all about forwarding the agenda of the small hats.
Yep.
Which that's these people. These are so-called Jews. Amalekites. Okay? Which would be at the forefront of the blessing given to the Edomites. It would be the tribe of Amalek. And you see, the regular so-called white American are even against these people right now, right? Because the regular so-called white man has been robbed of his American pie.
Yeah.
Now, so-called white people have worse jobs than us. We brothers got better jobs. The white people are struggling in their own so-called inheritance, and they've come to the conclusion through watching right-wing media, Alex Jones, that it's the bankers.
Yeah. Well, that's why when they use slavery, right, to pass the 13th Amendment, right, but that 13th Amendment backfired on the rest of the American public, because then the 14th Amendment comes in, and now you have you can't have slavery or involuntary servitude, but now everyone is a slave through contract, right? Because you have contract, you have an employee and employer relation. That's nothing more than master and servant relation. So everybody's a goddamn slave through contract.
Everybody, and now,
yeah,
in hardcore slavery, the slave master had to house and feed his slaves.
Yep.
Now, under economic slavery, the slave has to house and feed himself.
That's it.
So what are you in servitude to? Working for these corporations, building up their legacy. You're in servitude to that, and if you don't want to do it,
yeah, it's called tributary. That's what the Romans did. That was different from the rest. Daniel 7 is because there wasn't no king. There was emperors. Emperor meaning commander. Is Latin commander, like you got the commander in chief today. They were both, the president and the Caesars were both inaugurated.
There's somebody else that's going to do it.
Oh yeah.
And tribute is not slavery. Tribute is slavery, but it's a taxing form of slavery. That's what America does. They tax you. They don't put you in slavery. You gotta work. We're gonna work in the field. We're gonna put you a quarters, a slave quarters. No, they let you work and live and give you the illusion that you are free, but you're being taxed. What is it? 40% now? 30%? Really 50%, because anything that you buy, there's a tax on every fucking thing. They take out the tax from your check, withholding, but then everything that you buy, there's a tax. If you was to do the math, you're gonna find out the math ain't mathing. That you might be paying maybe 60% of what you get, your gross, 60% goes out to taxes, and you get 40%. So when you break it down, you working more than 6 months. Before you keep the money. You working like fucking 7 months. And them last 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last 5 months is yours. So this is tributary. And that's a beautiful thing, because you a fucking slave and you don't know you a fucking slave, because they use tributary. That's what the Romans use, and that's what the new Roman is using. Look at this. Look at that. Tell me that the Illuminati don't. That's a obelisk. That's an obelisk, a pyramid. They own the world.
Because you need money to pay bills. You need to keep up in this system.
Somebody get Deuteronomy 28, 48. Is it 48 or 47? Come to this man for the one of all things.
What they teach you, what they indoctrinate you with, is to get to the middle class.
the idea is to get to the middle class. How do you get to the middle class? You go to school, you make good grades, you obey, you do what you're told. Okay, you get a degree, you get an entry-level job, you work your way up through that job and be promoted, and then you can finally start to earn a salary. Now, when you think about this process starts from the time that you're in kindergarten.
Yep.
So this is a 24-year-long process that you're going through. Okay, by the time you finish college, you're laden in debt.
Yeah, you.
Okay. Yeah. Unless your parents or your grandparents have paid for all your schooling, which that's only for the top 5%. Most people are taking on government student loans, right?
Even people who get scholarships.
Right.
I had a scholarship, and once I saw that the loan money was available, I was like, oh shit, did I get the money? But they didn't tell you.
Military, right?
You got to pay this. We didn't know that. You just get refund checks.
Oh, but in the military,
a lot of these major companies, countries, China and other countries, like I went to Mexico, school is free. From kindergarten to being a doctor, school is free. Same thing with Cuba. School is free. College, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, is free. You got to pay in this country. And these kids can't, and they don't get a job good enough to pay these taxes, to pay the loan, and then they got to pay taxes on over it. Government means mind control.
if you join the service, the military, they got you too.
Yeah, for sure. But they fucked me over the first time. When I was in the military, I almost they didn't let me get it. They made me. It's not working.
Yeah, the charger isn't working.
Yeah. They make you, and then they make you jump through bureaucratic hoops to get certain benefits. So 10 years later, you're taking out loans just to pay the lawyers to get what you need.
I got a cord.
You go here, he got
you. Married.
You go there, he got you.
Yeah.
And they want. Remember,
it's
been
like this on the other side.
over back in the 1800s. Shit.
It's like this.
Really, 200, 200 years. They'll tell Jake, try to join the army.
You know what I'm saying?
Fight for us.
What they forgot to tell you in America is that you are a slave. The 13th and the 14th Amendment took slavery away from the southern states as a punishment and made everybody slaves. But you got class, the Edomites are a little bit higher, but you got Jakes as up on top of Esau, man. I'll be seeing these homeless people that are living in trucks. Every time I've never seen a Jake in a truck homeless, but you'll see an Edomite in a truck. You'll see an Edomite in a truck, like a SUV or a van or something, and you can tell because you can see pillows and shit stacked up, clothes and all kind of shit, pots and pans up in there. This motherfucker is homeless, living out their fucking truck. But these are Edomites.
Yeah, they have always reneged on their treaties, man.
Yeah.
They have not kept a treaty with none of our people, man. So everything y'all talking about right now, man, the white man broke his treaties. He told Judah, right? Abraham Lincoln said this. He told you so-called Negroes, the Southern Kingdom, I'm gonna let y'all go from slavery, 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah.
Did the white man keep that treaty with Judah and Benjamin or Levi, the Southern, right?
Yep.
He didn't keep that treaty. So
and that would have transformed our nation.
Yeah.
Con.
That land, then you can, it's justified.
I'm getting angry now, man.
When you got land. Yeah, it's hard in an apartment, but when you got land, being fruitful and multiplying makes sense.
With a mule,
with
a mule, you could, like, if you're from us brothers that's from the country, I lived in the city, but I'm originally from the country, man. I know what it's like to be out, in the middle of nowhere, and the mule, you can set the seeds in the ground and have a garden, and you can hunt, you can fish. He didn't want that. But Negroes didn't get that shit.
No. Self-sufficient.
Well, you know what?
Just imagine connecting with 100 other families, your 40-acre plots into a 4,000-acre plantation and ranch.
But you know what deaded that? You know what deaded that? it was put into law through the case that was decided through
Dred Scott.
Dred Scott.
Y'all know about Dred Scott,
You know?
right?
So
I know you educated brothers know about that.
they just killed that whole shit. You know, okay, you trying to get your 40 acres and 2 mules? It's dead right here in this case. That's just what they call a stare decisis, case. You stand upon that which has already been decided.
And then, and then it was, I'm sorry, my son.
No, you got it, Apostle. No.
It was, see, I get into, I'm a historian, man. The Democratic Party, but they're all devils. Okay, they're all fucking devils. The Democratic Party, which niggas, but prior to that, niggas were Republican. It was the Republican Party that freed the slaves. But fuck them, they're the devil too. But I'm just making a point, rock with me. They freed the niggas, man, but then the thing was,
they enslaved them in another way.
They never freed the niggas. They emancipated them. The word "mance" means to hand over. That's what the word means. Mance, to hand over. Who they handed over to? To the federal government, which made them 14th Amendment slaves. But we're not going to put you to slavery like the Southerners did, the white Southerners. We're going to do what the Roman Empire did 2,000 years ago. We're going to tribute. Let me do this. Let me do this. The Romans had a system of tributary. Okay, give me a second here. The Romans had a system of tributary. Give me a second. Then we go tributary in the Roman Empire. Let me do this. In the context of the Roman Empire, tributary refers to a small estate or kingdom that was required to regularly pay tribute, goods, money, or manpower to the Roman government in exchange for protection or recognition of their rule. That's why they said to Israelites, you can be Israelite, you can worship your God, but you got to be taxing you, which is called tributary. That's exactly what the United States is doing. They're doing the same thing as pagan Rome did over 2,000 years ago, because this is Rome all over again.
The party is what started the KKK. And niggas were really Republican up until the 60s when John F. Kennedy got in there. Well, he got off out here. Right up the street, right? Yeah, that shit echoing, right? Whatever, they got him, right? But anyways, it's all a game. It goes by, remember, we used to be in this apostle.
Oh, yeah.
Ordo ab chaos. Order to chaos.
Oh, yeah. That's what they want.
The elites, the Rothschilds, and I'm going to say y'all name. Rockefellers, the Illuministic families.
Yep.
They've been planning this shit for hundreds of years, bro. Y'all know that? Y'all know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Did we teach y'all that? No, did we? Because we used to be into this shit real heavy back in the 90s, man. You know, so y'all know, right? So y'all know what time it is, man.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know what time it is, man. Okay, so, but it's beautiful. It's the scriptures, but then go back to the scriptures. What's that in Psalms? Hide me from the secret counsel.
Bring it out. Psalm
Incredulity
64.
of the work. That's right, Psalm 64. From the workers of iniquity.
Yeah, because they work in iniquity.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the elite are doing. And they're putting all of these, crazy situations before you, where you looking in the sky, oh, the drone. You're looking at Diddy. You looking here. You looking there. Fire. Like, damn. All of these. He's ultimately creating a scenario of order out of chaos.
Smoke is a smoke screen to hide the real thing that they're really doing behind the scenes.
Because even what happened in 2020, what really happened from the time that Ovid situation came till now is that the middle class was pretty much drained
Wiped out, yeah.
And the rich got richer and hoarded more to themselves.
Yeah.
And the poor got poorer.
That's it. Because they want pretty much the super rich and super poor.
And they forced it because if you had a business or you're a single, you're a business owner, well, they shut things down. If you wasn't cash liquid, you couldn't afford to continuously pay rent, employees, this and that, without bringing in profit, while these mega corporations could.
Yeah.
So then what happened after that of these homeowners and these business owners that couldn't make these payments? Well, they came and got bought out. And so this was
that's what these devils do.
And they came and just swallowed up a huge part of the market.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so now they're gonna make them. Now they're making a move on all that new real estate that they got.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
But that's why they destroyed San Francisco. San Francisco from way back in 2017 when we was out there. They was destroying it back then. So then that 2020 that just brought a whole new level to it. And these corporations, the thing that they do is they make sure they get to a place, run it down to where it loses value, and they buy it up dirt cheap. Then they build it up, and then everybody else got to move out.
Right.
And pretty much it's the 15-minute cities.
Yep.
You got it, brother.
They sealed the deal too with the housing situation because then BlackRock came in and bought the houses at double the closing price.
Yeah.
So then anybody else who wanted to get a house afterwards and capitalize on people's foreclosures, they couldn't because BlackRock was buying them all up.
Yeah.
So now the housing market is to the point where nobody can afford it because they inflated all the prices.
Yeah, that's the top corporation, that overall corporations.
Right.
You got a BlackRock, Vanguard, then you got what's the other one? Something Street. Forget the other one. But those are what's that? No, not Merrill Street. It's another one. Let's see, BlackRock. You had Vanguard, and then you had State Street. State Street is those, but then even BlackRock owns a good portion of State Street.
Well, they're all silent owners within themselves.
Yeah.
So you have silent owners that are of the Rockefeller, of the Rothschild family, that own all of those different companies.
Yeah.
That's why when you look at the moves of these nations, just like you was talking about earlier, you're not looking at a political move. You're looking at actually a corporate move that's being dictated to a nation.
Yeah.
That's why they had
somebody gets Psalm 73 also.
That Agenda 2025 with Trump, and people was like, "Oh, you just following this agenda," and he's like, "No, I'm not." But now when you watch it, it's like, "Nigga, yes, you are."
Yeah. Because he was against CBDCs, he was against this, he was against that. Now it's like no, everybody forgot about in his first term what he was against. Now he's for the things he was against.
Well, he's against CBDCs, but how they trick you is, we're not going to do a CBDC.
Right.
We're going to do a stable coin.
But same shit.
Do a stable coin, and when you understand stable coins, it's still programmable money with what's called oracles and all this nerdy stuff that I'll do it on algorithm.
Yeah, stable coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge. This is all electronic money, cyber money, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies. That's going to be put in place. The paper dollar will be made obsolete. And when they put this digital dollar into place, it's going to be connected to the government, the mind controllers. And there's going to be a digital what is it, ID number. They know if you spend $50 on something at this particular BJ's between about 8:31 p.m. on a Tuesday. Then they're gonna know when you drove to this gas station on such and such a street and so street, and you filled it up, and then eventually that's all gonna go into your chip, which is gonna be brought into your body. So you're gonna have a digital, the paper dollar is gonna be done away with. Everything's gonna be digital. It's gonna be connected to the bank. Then it's gonna go to a central bank, which is supposedly supposed to come out of England. All these world banks, they're all going to be connected to England. Then eventually they're going to give you the chip. You know, you're gonna have to have that chip. Can't use your smartphone no more. And we can see, and that goes into the whole thing about the 15-minute cities. See, we've been telling y'all for years, and now y'all see it.
But
so see me over there.
Yeah.
Plug in.
You know, it's crazy. With empires, currencies always change.
Oh yeah.
Currency is they're getting ready to change currency again.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're going digital, man. We're going digital here.
Yeah. Go on that chip.
Well, you know, every time the currency changes, it brings in the new world order.
New world, yeah.
Because remember when you had the I forgot, it was a Dutch something, started with a G, I believe. That was a new world order at the time. Then the British pound came in.
With Hitler. The Deutsch.
The Deutsche Mark, yeah, but then before that, it was another one before that. But then when the British pound came in, that started a new world order. And then in 1944, 1945, when the Bretton Woods Agreement happened, then you had the dollar, the U.S. dollar took over the currency of the world. That became a new world order. So now we're going into the digital age, and that's going to be the new world order,
which is a reset. They got the concept of the reset in the scriptures, in the law, which is the Jubilee year, and a year of release. You have a year of release every 7 years. Then you have 7 times 7 year of releases. 49 years into that 50th year, that's your year. That's your Jubilee year. See, Christians don't even understand that. So every 7 years, your debt's supposed to be wiped out. That so-called national debt, which is what, going on 37 trillion, that's supposed to be wiped. They're supposed to go back to zeros every 7 years. But yet these people call themselves Christians. And Christians say they don't. Christians are the stupidest motherfuckers on the planet Earth. Oh, the law is done away with. That means you can do any fucking thing. You can go outside butt ass naked. You can stick a cucumber up your ass. You can do anything. You can pop a dog. Without law, there's no order. But Christians say the law is done away with. In the kingdom, the law is gonna be done. There ain't gonna be no law. You can just do whatever the fuck you want to do. This is why I say call the fucking cops on these goddamn Christians, man. You know, I lose it when I hear that word Christian.
That's it.
You know, the NWO.
Well, they have the technology, they have the science, they have the backing, they have the money.
Yeah.
They have the means to do the things that all ancient emperors wanted to do.
Because they bought into all of the infrastructure.
Right.
You know, they got control of all the infrastructure.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they said BlackRock about 5 minutes ago, right? BlackRock. Let's see who owns BlackRock. There's a small hat that owns it. They run the fucking world. BlackRock. BlackRock. So here we go. Bear me for a minute. All right, BlackRock. I gotta give me these fucking cookies, man. Let me come on back. Bear with me for a minute. Black Rock. I'm gonna come down here. I want to get the owners, the CEOs. Yeah, there he goes. BlackRock was founded in 1988 by Larry Fink. Fink is a small hat. There's a picture of him. There he goes. That's a small hat right there. They rule the world, man. That's the biggest corporation out there. I believe he was at the Davos. He attends the Davos. Let me do this. But anyway, you got it. Hey, anyway, with that, I'm going to say Shalawam.